Hello retail traders. Today is the SPX and we're going to bring it to you straight from the retail traders room on how we traded it. We just love trading this SPX, especially on the same day expiration. It's about the only one that I let people mention in the room for the same day expiration, and we're going to go right into the chart. This is how we traded it right out of the gate off the 200 SMA. A little breakout, pulled back, and then we had the initial boom, and I got out of here on that trade and it ran on up and broke out. So we called it back once the reversal started back to the 200 and took that trade, and then we ran it up off the 200, and that's what we like to scalp. That's on the 1 minute time frame. So right here into close, we started forming what I would call a diamond triangle. And I'm going to draw this out. So we started getting this diamond triangle, and we were talking about Pow when he got ready to give his speech, and that we were all more or less had the consensus that we were going to be bearish and hawkish off his speech, which he did give a hawkish speech, but he only used rhetoric, he didn't back it up. So he had a pause in the rates. So I tell the room, I said, well, this is how we're going to find support. We're either going to find it off the double bottom on the day low right here. I'm going to draw that trend line in here, and if that double bottom didn't hold, our next support level would be, we'll go to the 5 minute, 5 day, would be a gap trade. So you got a gap, and I said, I bet you we would fill that gap if we don't hold that support area, that first support on that gap. So I'm going to draw another trend line right there. Then I'm going to draw the third one right here to fill that gap. Now that's what I call the gap trade. So we're going to draw a block in here, and I said, I bet you we fill that gap. And this is what we call a gap, G-A-P-F-I-L-L. That's what I call a gap fill. Gap fill. So we'll come in here, we'll bring us back down to the 1 minute time frame. We open it up, and there we have the gap fill. It fell right down to that top of that support, and I used the body of that candle top and hit that gap fill, bounced again and hit that fill, and then came back and created a little head. So this is when I knew that we were ready to take off. Loaded up the boat, run it all the way up to the 200 SMA, and got out of the trade. That's exactly how we play the snake. We got the snake, the breakout, the pullback, and the boom. Now this is how I traded it right off the bat. I saw these 3 black crows that are right here, and we alerted these crows out, and I said, get ready folks, we're going to have the bounce back up to the top of the crow. And then right after that we had 3 white soldiers. And that was the exit idea. And then after we took that trade, we got in and out of it in 3 minutes. She came back and formed a double bottom, head and shoulders with the left shoulder blade, and then right after she broke out of that this is the 1 minute time frame, so we were jumped in it right here at the double bottom. We were the first ones in this trade, ran it all the way up to a double top resistance, and that's this right here, this double top. I took it to the 200 SMA and got out of the trade. She pulled back like they always do. I said, don't worry, we've got it, we're just retesting, and if there's a certain support level down here, and if it doesn't hold this area right here at 43.6109, that would be safe, and it went ahead and it held that little gap in there. Ran up, pulled back to the gap, pulled back to the gap again, created a shoulder blade, and then bam. So that's how we called it. This is called the gap play, and you find it on that 5-minute chart, and that's where we took her to. So if you're ever in a trade and you see that gap, try to get in that gap fill. And you'll have you a nice little trade rebound. That's it, the SPX. I think we are overbought. I think we are a little bit irrational with this run, and we need to consolidate. It's got to pull back. We got to have a healthy consolidation, and I think that's what we're going to have. And we'll just see how it goes. I'm with Jim Cramer on this one. Have a good day. Retail traders, the SPX. Sneaky snake trading strategy.